Are you about to prepare or to register for the famous Chartered Financial Analyst Level 1 exam, but you look discouraged about all the hundreds of hours of studying that you will have to do, or about the average success rate that has recently dramatically dropped? Well, guess what? I am about to pass my Level 1 CFA exam only in a couple of months. And that's why I've decided today to present to you how am I proceeding to study for this big exam and to help everyone that would like to know where to start. We'll see in detail which topics does I prioritize first in my study, and after we'll see what resources am I using to succeed with my goal. The first step that you should do when you study in your CFA exam is to prioritize all the different topics. To see what is the Level 1 CFA exam structure, I went on the CFA Institute official website in the section CFA Program and in the subsection Level 1 CFA exam structure. This page is really interesting since it gives you a really great overview of what is going to be the exam that you will have to face. The Level 1 exam consists of 180 multiple choice questions, which means that you don't have to write down your answer, you just have to pick what you think is the right answer. And so the exam is split between two different sessions of 135 minutes per session. And so the first session, which includes half of the questions, will cover the topics of ethics and professional standards, quantitative methods, economics, and financial reporting and analysis. And the last session will be covering the topics of corporate finance, equity, fixed income, derivatives, alternative investments, and portfolio management. And also this site gives to you some interesting study materials that you can use to prepare to your exam. So you have the CFA Program Curriculum, the CFA Institute online mock exams, the program approved prep providers, and finally the curriculum end of reading practices problems. And so to be able to make really a checklist to prioritize different topics, I've been able to use this grid to help me with that. As you can understand, I've started to study the ethical and professional standards first, that's worth about 15 to 20% of your exam. So after I went to study the financial reporting and analysis, that worth between 13 to 17% of your exam. To after go with the equity and fixed income that worth between 10 to 12%. And so after I went with the quantitative, the economics, and also the corporate finance that all worth between 8 to 12% of your exam. And finally, I finished with the smaller subjects in terms of ponderation, so the portfolio management, derivative, and alternative investment that worth about 5 to 8%. So my big focus when I'm doing my study is really on the most important topic that worth the most point. This is due to the fact that I've heard from many different teachers and people that have already passed the first exam that the biggest challenge of it is coming from the time management. So personally, what is going to be my strategy when I'm going to pass the exam is to focus first on the question that I'm able to answer fast. You need to keep in mind that you only have 1.5 minutes per question, which means that there are some questions that will take maybe 30 seconds, but there are also different questions that might take 3 minutes or plus. And that's why personally I believe that it's super important to make a lot of exercises and practice a lot to come at the exam and be ready. So this is super important, especially for me since I do have the language barrier. As you guys might be able to understand, I am a French Canadian, so I have learned at school and at university everything in French, and now I need to do the exam in English. Now that you've seen that it's super crucial, in my opinion, to make a lot of exercises to be ready for the exam, you need to have the right resources as well. Personally, I've bought all the 5 different notebooks from Kaplan and Schweser about the 2022 CFA exam preparation. So they include all the different topics that you can have in your exam, but also some different activities and quizzes that will be at the end and during all the different topics module. It is also super interesting since you have more than 3 mocking tests to put yourself in an exam position to see how can you perform if you were at the exam. And of course, you will have an online access to make all the different activities and quizzes. I think that all those tools with Kaplan and Schweser materials with all the different online quizzes and activities will be enough for me in my preparation. But I think that what is really important is to make enough exercises and enough practice. And guys, I think that we can all make it if we practice enough, and we can increase this low average that we've seen in the past couple of months.
So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
So guys, I really hope that you liked that video. For everyone that is new, I invite you to join the Noel family by subscribing to the channel for only $0.0. And let me know in the comment section if you want me to make more CFA content on this channel. And I will see you soon on the channel. Peace!